Hello there. So this is the 28th of April, and so I am going to go ahead and pull my panel. I call it my death panel of death. Yeah, they get on this. I've watched there was these like little black uh, hive beetles, tiny little things, size of a gnat, really tiny. And I watched them get on this panel, and what they were doing was they were getting on the panel, and they'd get their legs in this vegetable oil, and then they would try to clean themselves, get the vegetable off, and the more they cleaned themselves, the worse it got. So before they realized what was going on, of course they probably don't realize. Who knows? Uh, they knew. They had gotten this oil all up in their wings. I watched their wings spreading out. They're trying to clean the wings now, and so they're getting more and more of this tacky oil, vegetable oil, in their wings, and yeah. And then I watched them as their bodies slowed down. It was like slow. The more oil they got on them, built up around them, on their wings and their legs and everywhere else, the slower they got, they could hardly move. It was kind of cool to watch, knowing that, yeah, that's what I want. I want you to get in there and never get out, right? Get in. They get in, but they don't come out alive, and that's what I want. And so I haven't checked my Varroa Mite board, for weeks, because the last few times I checked it, it wasn't worth checking. So there was one time when they went out about a month ago, when the flowers started to come out. They went out, and man, they were coming back with loads of stuff. And I was thinking, now there's Varroa mites all over out there, and there's other bees that are, dropping off these mites on flowers, or the mites are falling off on flowers or wherever. And mites can jump about this far. I watched them do it. Jump like a grasshopper. So they can jump right onto your bee. And so I watched them bring in. So I took out my panel, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, just out of curiosity, because I had not seen any Varroa mites 3-4 days earlier when I checked my panel. But when I saw that activity, I went, I'm gonna check to see if I got some foreign mites, because my mites always had the same look. And so I took my panel about 4 days after seeing zero mites, because mites, what they'll do is they'll create a routine of getting old, dying, falling off of my panel. So there's a life cycle, right? And so I was able to monitor the life cycle of my Varroa mites in my hive for 6 months. I was able to watch them go down, 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 down to zero eventually, from hundreds in a few days to gradually lower and lower and lower as I did my sugar shakes. And so the last time I checked, zero. So I'm going to go pull my panel and see if I'm still at zero. I doubt it. There's been so much activity, because you can eliminate all the Varroa mites from your hive at the time that you eliminate them. But if we don't do the maintenance to maintain that level of zero or close to it, then the Varroa mites will become reestablished, and they'll start reproducing again. They'll start spreading the viruses heavy again. And I've noticed that one drone came out with stunted wings. I've seen another bee. She came out. She had deformed wing virus. So once a virus gets into a hive, even if you eliminate all the Varroa mites, there's not in there anymore. The virus can hang around indefinitely. I know it's crazy, but they'll build up an immunity to that particular strain of that virus, and over time, they'll be able to manage that quite well. And so you're not going to have really a major problem, most likely, because they're going to build up that immunity. And the queen, they'll actually build up an immunity, and they'll pass that immunity onto the larvae inside the cells through their saliva. They'll do it on purpose. Crazy stuff, man, what we didn't know about bees. And so, yeah, they work hard. They've been dealing with this stuff for millions of years. They can, we give them, as a beekeeper, we just kind of give them that boost now and then of what we see they need, and, beekeeper. And so, let's take this pen out. I sterilize this thing, I clean this thing. That's just stained from all the other stuff, So let's go take a look. Oh, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell. Appreciate that. Hi there. I really do.